Hey you guys, it's been a little while since our last breaking news report, so let's try to get caught up on the last 2 days in just a couple minutes. First up, if you've been trying to buy N-Space online, well, you probably noticed that it's not there. It turns out the developers had a little problem with the ESRB certification, and Sony pulled it from the store. As far as we know, this is the first time that's ever happened, so we have no idea when it's coming back. Now, as bad as I feel for the developers, the game isn't without its issues. There's no real sense of speed, the background stutters when you fly, and all those backgrounds are just 2D wallpapers. So if you're considering buying it when it comes back to the store, just know what you're getting into. It's more Eve Gunjack and less Eve Valkyrie. Next up, we got a couple awesome PSVR announcements out of Tokyo Game Show. First was this awesome new trailer for Gungrave VR. Now from what we know, this isn't just the first game in VR. It supposedly covers some of the second game, Overdose, as well. As you can see from the trailer, it's not just third person like the original games were. There's definitely first person modes, but we're not totally sure if you can switch on the fly or if the game switches back and forth for you. But the other game that has me way more excited is Zone of the Enders, the second runner. Now this looks like it's going to get a full 4K PS4 upgrade, but more importantly, the whole thing will be playable in VR. Now I'm a real completionist, so I kind of wish they'd included the first game as well, but I don't think you'll find anyone out there that doesn't like the second runner better than the first. Now our fourth little bit of news comes from Shell Games, the developer of I Expect You to Die. Now if you've never played I Expect You to Die, it's an amazing escape the room style puzzle game. Now the original game only had 4 levels, so it felt a little short and a little overpriced. But Shell Games is hoping to fix that complaint with new free DLC containing a whole new level called First Class, where you'll be riding on a train, traveling through India. And finally, I know a lot of you have been asking for Without Parole to do a response video to Gameranx What Happened to VR video. Gameranx has 3.7 million viewers, and I just wish that they'd taken a little more responsibility or at least done their research before making this video. All they're doing is misinforming literally millions of people. But I don't have a response video. I have a response channel. Everything on this channel is my response to Gameranx. We're constantly putting out reviews and Let's Plays, we're sitting around, we're talking about how much we love PlayStation VR pretty much constantly. So I don't have a single video to respond with. I have hundreds of videos to respond with. VR is fantastic. It's the one thing that kept me passionate about video games just when I was losing interest. And PlayStation VR specifically is the best thing to happen to video games since the original NES. So that's it. If you like PlayStation VR as much as we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest reviews, Let's Plays, podcasts, and of course, breaking news. As always, I'm Brian Paul, and I love you all.